It's Cody. So today in this section, we're going to talk about building our brand online. And what's that mean? So we have to give people the ability to communicate. And obviously, in today's age, the easiest way to do that is through social media. We're not going to talk about building our website yet. We're not going to talk about logos here. We're not going to talk about any of the other things that we're going to focus on later. Right now, we're strictly going to be talking about building the place that we can get people to communicate with our brand. And how do we do that? So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to start out by creating Facebook and Instagram pages. And how do we do that? So right off the bat, let's just go to facebook.com/groups and let's create a Facebook group. Go right here to create group. It's going to ask us name our group. You're going to want to type in your group name here. Maybe add some friends that you think might like your group, and then change the privacy settings here to whatever you think is good for your group. I always like going with a public group because our goal is to get as many people as we can to like our passion and this passion into our group. So I like to choose public group. So choose public group and click create. The next thing we're going to want to do is go to facebook.com/pages, and we're going to want to create a page. And how are we going to create a page? As you can see, I have tons. We're going to go to create page. We're going to want to choose what we're building. So in our instance, we're going to be building a brand page. So if you can see that, I moved the screen a little bit. Artist, band, or public figure, or cause or community, entertainment, community, organization, brand, or product. Obviously, what we're doing is we're driving an e-commerce platform, so we want to choose brand or product. We're building a brand. Right here under category, we're going to want to choose whatever your brand category is going to be. So for instance, I like to choose what the niche or passion, how that relates to it. So if I have a niche or passion that's around PCs or Macs, I might come down here and choose computers. If I have something around jewelry, watches, or necklaces, I'll come down here to jewelry, watches, for instance. And the same goes for everything. If it's around pets, furniture, board games, and the like, whatever you want to choose, I like to choose that category. This instance, we're going to just choose brand to move on. Now we're going to use the same name we used in our Facebook group to build our Facebook page. And when we type in our brand name here, we're going to click get started right there. And that is as simple as it gets to creating your Facebook group and your Facebook page. Later down the line, I'm going to talk to you about how we're going to use these groups and these pages to really leverage ourselves, really leverage Facebook to find our avatar, to find our audience, find our buyers, and actually expand from paid advertising standpoint using these two things, Facebook groups and Facebook pages. The next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to go to Instagram. And on Instagram, we're going to want to create an account. For those of you who have never created an Instagram account, you can do it from your desktop. Obviously, I'm not going to log into mine, but you're going to want to come to, you can log in with your Facebook page if you'd like, or you can just come through here and create your own username using your email. The thing that you use here is the same email address that I had you create from our initial conversation. That brand email address will be what you use. Let's not use our personal email address here. If you choose to log in through Facebook, you're going to want to create a different brand page name on Instagram, and what that's going to allow you to do is have your personal Instagram and then have your business Instagram, because we're going to attach that business Instagram into our Facebook advertising platform so we can advertise on Instagram through Facebook. So set up your Instagram page here and use the same name that you've used for the group that you use for the page on Facebook, and if you don't have an account, you do the login right there. So as you see, I got one of my cool brand Baby Beard Club popping in there. So that's it. So that's where we want to start. We want to build our brand, build our pages on social. You can build your Twitter page right now. You can build, put this on your LinkedIn. And so if you go to your LinkedIn, I don't want to go to my ad accounts. I just want to go to LinkedIn. And we want to create a section on our profile. So as you see, here's my profile. I'm going to go to my profile there. And then now I want to maybe create a section in my LinkedIn that says, I own like a 727 Digital Marketing. Maybe that I own this brand. This is important because we're putting our brand out there and we're establishing ourselves. Another thing you could do is, if you have a YouTube channel, take that Gmail address you created, create your own YouTube channel. That's going to give yourself the ability to upload videos that you may want to use for your e-commerce site, for your Facebook ads, for any marketing materials. You can create a YouTube channel as well. Right now, we're just trying to put our brand out there on as many platforms as possible, and I'm going to tell you why and how we're going to utilize these all in the future. So make sure that when we build our brand, we're just building our community, and the next steps I will tell you down below, and you can read our 10 keys to building our brand online. That's the guidelines you're going to want to follow when you start marketing and start sharing content on your social pages. There's a really cool trick nowadays that you can actually tie your Facebook and Instagram and even Twitter's together to where when you share content, it shares amongst all platforms. So that's cool because you don't have to go to every single platform to share a bunch of different things. But remember, we don't want to share the same stuff over and over on all the different platforms. Kind of keep it specific to who the people are on those platforms. And what's that mean? So on Instagram, people are very visual. They want pictures. On Facebook, people are going to want to read and view content and view videos. But on Twitter, someone has, those 120 characters and you're trying to be quick and hit them with something. Those are three completely different ways you want to hit your audience and hit your avatar. Because remember, the key here when we build this brand is putting ourselves everywhere, having the same name, the same logos, the same concepts out there, and we're trying to get out there and find who out there in the world, on the internet, relates to our brand. So that means which one of you guys likes our brand. And we want to put content out there where they feed, they come back to us, they engage with us, because once they engage, that's where the power is. So let's get started right there. I know this was a little long-winded, but I think you guys will have your work cut out here. And once you're done, read some of the little tips and tricks down below and continue on your journey.